Hi guys, I wanted to say that I am traveling for my birthday. 4 January is my birthday, so I wanted to step out of India for a while. I'm back in 2 days. I became really passionate about this video, so rather than delaying it till I come back to India, I wanted to speak about it today. So the voiceover might be slightly janky, but I hope you like it, and I hope you have a good year as well. And thank you for being a part of this journey. And 7th onwards, the videos will be regular and with great voiceover quality, I promise. So, see you guys there.
We South Indians have changed the way you look at cinema, sir, for Bollywood also. Because you guys were stuck in making films for Bandra and Juhu, but now we, Triple R, Bahubali, Animal,
No, you're wrong there. It's you
Jawan,
guys.
these kind of change your version.
No.
3 days later.
You know, when a choreography is going to drop, whether it's amazing or absolutely ludicrous, I need all of us to discuss it. So, since the past few days, the roundtable discussion on Galata Plus, hosted by Bharadwaj Rangan, is really making the rounds. Specifically, the moment where Telugu producer Vamsi addresses the rise of Telugu cinema, replying back to Boni Kapoor and his presumable delusion, and how Bollywood only caters to the audience between Bandra and Juhu. This, by the way, is just the most low-effort analysis of how the last few years have gone by for Hindi cinema. While everyone has addressed, including me, that Hindi cinema is somewhat going through an identity crisis and is sinking its own ship in the pursuit of aping the mass commercial formula that Telugu cinema is known for, this notion that the Telugu film industry is leading the charge regarding commercial movies is grossly exaggerated. Especially when you see the strike rate of movies that release, you will of course have the anomalies like Kalki and Pushpa, but they aren't the norm of the list of terrible films that get produced by the same industry week in and week out, much like every other industry. Similarly, to presume that Hindi cinema, especially movies that are financially successful, just caters to the posh locations of Bandra and Juhu is far from the truth. The reason why Hindi cinema commentators urge for the cliche statement कि लौट आओ वो वाला cinema is because it was always known for its variety of storytelling. An audience that would allow for a lunchbox to exist and thrive financially in the same year as Dhoom 3 and Chennai Express, a PK to be a blockbuster in the same year as Two States, a War to be a blockbuster in the same year as Gully Boy that turns out to be a financial hit. So this gross generalization that Hindi cinema is having sleepless nights because of one blockbuster is the binary analysis that I once spoke about, that social media thrives on. The discourse is not welcomed, but shutting down someone like a rap battle gives the ego of some people a boost. The funny and ironic part, however, is that while Vamsi boasts about Telugu cinema showing Hindi cinema its place and how to connect with the masses, shortly afterwards, his next produced film starring my favorite balayya titled Daku Maharaj just dropped its new single, Dabadi Dibadi, starring Urvashi Rothela. If I were to, in my limited experience, speak about choreography that just looks bizarre, embarrassing, and a true assault to the senses, I would genuinely put this in the number one spot. Balayya anyway has the reputation to romance women half his age. I can't tell you how uncomfortable it was in recent years to see him quote and swoon Shruti Hassan in Veera Simha Reddy, while hilariously, Honey Rose played his mother. There are no rules essentially. The man lives in his own bubble, his own odd universe, and people celebrate him like a demigod. As Balayya shakes a leg with Urvashi in this song, a girl 34 years younger than him, I can't help but feel like the aesthetic and movement of the song gives boomer uncle getting excited in a Sangeet in West Delhi that has for no apparent reason hired Russians to greet guests at the door energy. If this is the idea of connecting with the masses, if this is the idea that Hindi cinema is missing out on, then I genuinely am glad that Bollywood is not partaking in it, because this, to be normalized, is simply shameful. In one of our previous videos, we had discussed about the thin line between sensual and tacky, referencing Sharvari and Taras and Tripti and Mere Mehboob, how just based on choreography and camera angles, one can tip over on either side, how choreography can easily become synchronized groping, and this song is precisely that. A perfect example of sensual, and I know I've said this before, is Sania Malhotra shaking a leg with Sunidhi Chauhan on Aankh. Despite being scantily clad, the focus is on the choreography and the steps versus the outfit. There is just something uncomfortable about an elderly man like Balayya holding the waist of Urvashi and pulling her his way. I don't know why, but Telugu cinema is having a hangover since last year to spank butts as the hook step. Just like Ravi Teja was doing with Bhagyashree, and just so that you don't feel like you missed out on something, they shoved it down your face with a close-up. I commend Balayya to have some crazy energy at this age, but I don't understand why actors don't want to do something age appropriate. An unintentionally funny film like Bhagwan Kesari saw Balayya play Sri Leela's guardian, like an elder brother figure, and it actually worked. Why do filmmakers feel compelled to make sure that they awkwardly pelvic thrust their way in a random song with a girl half their age is beyond me. There is a point where Balayya is spanking Urvashi, doubling down and hitting her so hard that I wonder how she kept a straight face and smiled for camera. A thorough professional indeed while undergoing such trauma. The weird part is that for a movie like Walter Virya, the same choreographer actually very aesthetically designs the dance number around Chiranjeevi and Urvashi. What is the beast that takes over when Balayya comes into the picture is the real question. The problem is not even the age gap, but the sleazy nature of the choreography. An example of the same is from the movie Gangs of Godavari. Absolutely all over the place hip thrusts that just give B-grade sleaze energy versus a fun dance number. This is why the Mahesh Babu and Sri Leela dance number from Guntur Karam has such repeat value. It's actually a vibe versus an excuse to expose the body of the female co-actor. Regarding Balayya's song, it'll be funny if it's later found out that it was actually Balayya's suggestion to do the same. See, when you have a song like Peelings, it is simply charged. It's all about a wife getting at the slightest touch by her husband. So while the song itself has the husband and wife doing odd contortions and almost WWE style mud fighting each other, it is still within the confines of a song that is meant to be provocative. Over here, however, it's aggressive groping for no goddamn reason, while the song can literally just be a joyful dance number. The energy Balayya gives in this song is the way Akshay Kumar used to treat background dancers by randomly beating them up. Akshay, especially in his heyday, had the tendency to do odd stunts with his female actors, swinging them around whenever he had the chance, something that Varun Dhawan has implemented for all the promotions of his movies. While Akshay's moves seemed effortless, Varun throws so much energy towards the camera that it almost comes across as aggressive versus commanding. You look at the song Nain Matakka from Baby John and just the step with Kirti Suresh. It almost seems like the actor is going to break her neck in the dramatic fashion in which she's pushed and pulled around. Every time I'm critical of a sensual Telugu dance number that comes across as tacky and uncomfortable, the audience throws Beshram Rang my way, and I genuinely get amused because it's one of the most aesthetically shot choreographies. Deepika Padukone looks like an absolute dream in the song, and when both the actors actually perform the duet, they perform a bachata number, a choreography and movement of the hips that is more rounded and sexy rather than hip thrusting aggressively like you've reached the most disturbing tab on an X-rated website. The only thing that I can criticize regarding the Beshram Rang song is the choreography handed to Deepika, where she's on all her fours, coming across as awkward versus sexy. The only Khan or older actor in Hindi cinema that genuinely looked awkward and funny opposite his much younger actress is Salman Khan, especially in a film like Radhe, where he seemed to be on his own trip and Disha seemed more like a younger sister or niece rather than a romantic interest. It'll be a refreshing change if Telugu cinema gets out of this template of believing that this is what the audience wants, because it's nothing but bottom of the barrel cinema. I mean, who am I to say anything, right? I'm a privileged English-speaking snob, so this is not meant for me, but I would like to believe that even the Telugu cinema viewers are getting tired of the same, because it's absolutely annoying to keep on defending such crap. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about this choreography and why do you think they feel it's the need of the hour and this is what the audience will connect with. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle is right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.